Cassie. Here we go. This is the men's distance medley relay. They are off running down the list. We have 6 teams here: Utah State, Boise State, New Mexico, Colorado State, Air Force, and Wyoming. And again, we have national qualifying implications on the line, especially with Utah State, Colorado State, and Boise State, all with terrific sub-4 milers on the anchor.
Yeah, and for New Mexico and Utah State, they also have some really good 1,200-meter runners / milers. Ian Crowright's run a 401 conversion. So it's definitely a team game here at the start of this. It'll be interesting. It looks like they're jostling a little bit, but you would expect the top 3 teams to go a little bit because they got to get to that time.
Again, the time to aim for is 9:40.55 on this track, because that will convert to 9:31.73, which is the number 12 time in the nation. So we're looking for these 1,200-meter guys to run sub 3 minutes here at altitude. If you can get in the 258, 257 range, you're setting your team up well for success.
Butler from Utah State's run a 150 at a point in his career. Colorado State's Trent Powell's run a 156, but he's also come back with a 403 mile. And it looks like Air Force is kind of jostled up to the front. They don't want to get pushed behind. And Zach Petrie's run a 151.800, so it's definitely going to be a fast 12.
New Mexico, when you think about their milers, you're thinking about Josh Kerr, but they have an up-and-coming miler here in Crow Wright, the junior. Ian, he's run 401 converted as you speak, so he should be able to throw down a great 1,200 to help New Mexico get to nationals.
The interesting thing will be when they pass it off. Everyone else in the race has run about a 48, 155, 800. New Mexico's got Carlos Salcido, who's actually dropped a 46.70 in the men's 400 right here in Albuquerque. So it's going to be a big difference. So 2 seconds in a 400 is quite a gap.
As a 400-meter runner myself, you always said the 400 leg was irrelevant when it comes to the DMR. But there are some times when having a phenomenal 400-meter leg that gets you 2 extra seconds, that can change the game.
And that's a weapon that a lot of schools don't have. A 46-second quarter miler is hard to find. They don't just fall out of trees.
They don't grow on trees. So this is New Mexico, Utah State. Colorado State seems to be falling off a bit, but keep in mind they do have some great milers on that anchor leg, but New Mexico and Utah State looking good.
Both of these programs have great cross-country programs as well, so you'll see strength in these athletes. You won't see them fading at the end because of the strength they've built up all through the fall season.
So there's Bootler sitting on New Mexico. They're going to be neck and neck here, getting the job done. Again, we wanted sub 3 minutes here at altitude, and that's what they're delivering, if not better. So New Mexico and Utah State about 257. 257, that's what we needed. And now it's time for quarter-mile action. As you said, we got a 46-point runner here. Utah State trying to hold on. Utah State does have a history of some fast 400-meter runners. Some of them have graduated, but let's not count out Utah State just yet.
Not at all. And Martin's not on our entry list, but I'm quite sure that, that last year they had almost 4 guys under 48 at indoors.
And Martin starting to come up on New Mexico, trying to make the pass here on that final turn. But they're going to be neck and neck, and now it's time for the 800-meter runners. And Utah State definitely has an advantage here with Clay Lamborn here on the 800-meter leg.
Clay's run a 148. Michael Wilson's actually won a 149 adjusted here. So we got 2 sub-150 miler or quarter mile, 800 meters going at it. Utah State's, I think, are the advantage in this case because they're the ones chasing through this whole race currently.
Again, 9:40.55 is the time to hit. Right now, they're way beyond that pace. So things are looking good for the Aggies and the Lobos right now.
Both of these teams have a chance to, I honestly think, have a chance to medal at nationals if they can get their to stick to their milers in a good position.
Yeah, Dylan Maggard and Josh Kerr are no jokes, and we're about to find out in just a few laps. Another mile showdown, just like we saw with Edna Kirkott and Alio. So Clay Lamborn and Michael Wilson. Lamborn now taking the lead. So Wilson's going to have to really respond to Lamborn's move right here. Stay on that train. You got to get the stick to Kerr within range, within 5 meters, and you're golden. Just give Kerr 5 meters, and you should have a chance to still take the victory.
it'll be interesting to see. Josh has only ran 2 races all year. He ran a 800 here, and then he ran the 354 at Milrow. So, Josh is going to be fresh. Maggard's run more events this year, but I would anticipate him being just as fresh. And if this gap opens up like it is down the backstretch, it's going to be a tough road to hoe for Josh Kerr.
Yeah, Clay Lamborn is putting on a clinic here, doing a great job here on this 800-meter leg. It's going to give the All-American Dylan Maggard a shot to take the Mountain West title here and clinch his team to NCAAs with Josh Kerr giving chase. Here we go. Let's see what these official times are for Maggard and Kerr coming in. Maggard they're about a second apart, so 5:34, 5:35. If they run what they can, they're going to NCAAs right now. So Maggard with about a second lead, about 5:34 on the clock. Josh Kerr got to stick about 5:35.
It'll be interesting to see how Josh plays this. Does he pass him right away? I mean, he's probably in position to pass him here in the next 200 meters. Or does he sit behind him and hope that he's running the pace that they need to go? The one thing we do know is the coaches are telling them what they need to run.
If they run 4 flat raw, like 4 flat on this track, their time is going to convert to an NCAA #1.
And there's our answer. Josh got right up on Maggard and kind of tucked in right behind. And you're going to look for coaches telling them what to run, if they need to go, need to stay.
And it's a weird dynamic because there is a Mountain West title on the line, but they also don't want to screw. They know that, getting second in this race is still going to be a win because you're going to NCAA. So they want to work together, but they don't want to screw each other over because, without each other, they may not go to NCAAs.
Well, it's a long week of racing, long weekend of racing. So they definitely have to make sure that they get the qualifying time, but I'm sure in the back of their mind is, I have another mile, I have another 800. Other events that they have to worry about.
So Josh Kerr, the 2-time NCAA 1500-meter/mile champion, sitting there on Maggard. Maggard is a workhorse. He's a great 3K, 5K runner. Has the speed as now Josh Kerr goes to the lead.
And this is really, honestly, where Josh likes to run. He likes to run from the front. He doesn't like to get boxed in. He likes to be able to run his own race. And the physical nature actually probably plays to both of their advantage of the jostling back and forth.
Again, may become irrelevant right now, but 9:40.55 is the time they need to hit. They're running about 9:35 pace, so they got 5 seconds to spare to clinch their spot to NCAAs as Kerr is leading Maggard in the final parts of this race.
And if they run the time that you just mentioned, they could set the facility record. So it's gonna, like we said before, this is a super fast day of racing here at the Mountain West.
Josh Kerr, Dylan Maggard, 2 studs. Race duking it out here as we're coming up about 8:07 there, 8:07 with 3 laps to go. So they definitely slow down a bit here, but again, the goal is sub 9:40, and that's what they're doing.
There is some intrigue, and they're not on the monitor, but there's some intrigue in 3 through 6 there, because those are some of the teams that are looking to win a Mountain West championship. So that placing 3 through 5 is definitely important in this race for that team picture.
So I think there were about 3:02 maybe, 3:02, 3:03 at 1,200 meters there for Kerr and Maggard.
Both will have some unbelievable last 200s.
And Josh Kerr seems to be putting on some distance on Maggard here as he comes up on the bell lap. And now Kerr is showing off his miler speed. Maggard just trying to hold on to that train as Kerr is starting to pull away. Josh Kerr, the 2-time NCAA champion, showing what he's got. Can New Mexico win a national DMR title now with Josh Kerr on the anchor?
I think there's a legitimate chance if Josh gets to if he can do it. There's some debate on whether or not what he wants to focus on at nationals, but winning a DMR championship is unbelievable.
And Josh Kerr down the home stretch is going to take this victory in a phenomenal 9:33 raw, baby. What a run for Josh Kerr. He split 350, 358, 357 at altitude. Utah State and New Mexico are going to NCAAs.
Impressive run by New Mexico there. Like we said, they set the facility record by almost 4 seconds. Gordon's working on the conversion.
That converts to 9:24, 9:69. That is insane. That converts to the NCAA record.
Joe talked about it throughout the year.